All right, Tyler, thanks. Back to your Colts Blue Zone now. The Horseshoe dominating the Miami Dolphins at Lucas Oil today, winning their first season opener since 2013. CBS 4 Sports Director Chris Woodley joining us in the studio with a breakdown of the game. A lot to be happy with today, Chris.
Impressive on both sides of the field, Max. A new season always brings new hope, and for the Colts, a new ownership regime hanging over them, that ugly opening day winless streak reaching past a decade, the longest drought in the National Football League. Well, a special opener dedicated to a special man as well. Jim Irsay inducted into the Lucas Oil Stadium Ring of Honor. Colts trying to make him proud, came out on fire. Daniel Jones connects with Michael Pittman Jr. A beautiful TD pass. Jones first as a Colt, it's 10-0. And the new defense delivered as well. 3 takeaways. Latu with his first NFL interception. The Colts scoring 17 points off Miami mistakes. And Danny Dimes was spot on. Along with the TD toss, he runs in for 2 more touchdowns, and ding-dong, the skid is dead. The Colts dominate the Dolphins 33-8.
Great team win. Everybody in that locker room, every coach, every player, the preparation that goes into it to play the way we did, complimentary football on both sides of it for 4 quarters was awesome.
We weren't surprised, but like I said, now the challenge is to grow with it, build, and continue to develop as a team, as an offense.
Well, after all those losses and that dreadful tie to open the season over these last 12, 13 years, I didn't think we'd ever get to this point. It had to break sometime.
Yeah.
Finally, it is Daniel Jones that got the job done.
Yeah, we're happy to see it. He was a big, everyone sort of going into this didn't really know what it was going to look like, and turned out pretty well.
He was very impressive. Had full control of that offense, 270 yards, 3 touchdowns. If he can keep that rolling, this team's got a real shot.
All right, let's hope so. All right, we're going to check back in with Chris in just a little bit. Thanks so much, Chris. Well, hey, another big part of today's game, honoring the legacy of late owner and CEO Jim Irsay, who died this past May at the age of 65. Fans at the game were gifted special T-shirts that read, "For the Boss," in honor of Mr. Irsay. At halftime, he was inducted into the Ring of Honor with other inductees, including star quarterback Peyton Manning there in attendance for it. Players and coaches also wore patches with his initials J.I. on their uniforms. And the fans also able to do that same thing, sporting J.I. pins and patches themselves. The fans told us, though, today wasn't the same without him there.
I also met Jim Irsay here in Touchdown Town a few times. He's a great person. Great personality, always full of energy. Man, just lots of energy.
He helped the Blue Crew out a lot of times. My favorite memory of Jim was when we had a Blue Crew member that lost everything in a fire. 2 weeks before Christmas, Jim stepped up and made Christmas happen for those Blue Crew members.
And as we mentioned, Whitlick's going to have much more reaction from the game, in the locker room. That's coming up a little bit later in sports. All right,
The Colts ended opening day with an exclamation point and a win over the Dolphins. Thanks for joining us at 11. I'm Nadja Woods. As our Brad Brown explains, it was all for the boss.
From touchdown town to the terrace level inside Lucas Oil Stadium, today was a day to honor the boss.
When someone says the word yes, it's a conscious choice. For Jim Irsay, that word came often. And each time it did, it was to help this team win.
Sunday marking the first Colts game day since the passing of team owner Jim Irsay, and a day to induct the man behind the horseshoe into the Ring of Honor.
Colts Nation, thank you for your support these past months. Our dad loved you. It brought him the utmost pride and joy to be the steward of this franchise that has brought us all the Lombardi Trophy, so many winning seasons, and what brings us all together.
More than a dozen other Ring of Honor members on hand, Super Bowl champions, Hall of Famers, all to honor the man that poured his life into the franchise.
We could feel Jim's commitment every day. His office was in the facility. He was in the locker room after games, both home and away. He loved the Colts, the horseshoe, and that was the kind of owner every player dreams of playing for.
Irsay being remembered here not just for his love of football, but his passion for the Indianapolis community, and a legacy that will be felt well beyond so many Sundays.
He bound us all together. His legacy roars with every one of you. There is no place Jim Irsay belongs more than right here in the Colts Ring of Honor.
The Colts brought the day full circle with a big win over the Dolphins. We'll show you how that unfolded coming up a little later in the show. WRTV's Lauren Schwenker was out among the fans today with more on the celebration of Mr. Irsay all over the Circle City.
I'm WRTV's Lauren Schwenker. Downtown is covered in blue. I talked with many fans who were excited to honor Mr. Irsay's legacy as we took on the season opener against the Dolphins.
I'm feeling amazing. I'm so excited. This is our year.
Got blue.
Jim Irsay, thank you for all you've done, baby.
Honoring Jim Irsay
He brought a lot of money to the city.
and bringing home a win.
Go Colts! Yes, baby.
Every home game for the last 30 years.
We're feeling pretty confident. Our defense looks pretty good this year. Daniel Jones, I'm hoping for the best for him.
Colts fans brought the energy downtown Sunday.
Let's go, Colts!
We are excited. From favorite players, Jonathan Taylor, let's go!
Obviously, it's JT. I'm looking for him to go full beast mode.
I'd probably say Taylor and Downs is my favorite player.
And people traveling from all over.
Flew in just to see the Dolphins play.
This is our first game.
game. Fins up.
It was a game to remember.
We love the tailgate, but this is our first time hosting, and it turned out awesome.
And as we bring home the W, people are echoing the same chant.
Go Colts!
Go Colts!
Go Colts!
Reporting in Indianapolis, I'm Lauren Schwenker, WRTV.
Well, total domination. The Colts honor their late owner Jim Irsay by winning their first season opener in what felt like a lifetime. We'll show you what happened and get reaction from the victorious locker room. And playoff pressure. A Fever win on the road today would clinch a postseason berth. Could the banged-up squad make it happen? Highlights and reaction straight ahead.
How would you feel if your injury case settled for $5,000 and later found out that your case was really worth $200,000? Not all lawyers are the same, and the insurance companies know it. Some lawyers are happy with tiny checks, but not Ken Nunn. Ken Nunn is a real Indiana fighter who always fights for the big check. Just remember, the lawyer who cuts corners can end up costing you a lot of money. Call Ken Nunn.
Over $1 billion collected for our clients.
On a day when the Colts honored team owner Jim Irsay, they also came away with one of their more impressive performances of recent memory. 2013 was the last time this team won on Week 1. Today, it's 1 for Jim and 1-0 with a 33-8 win over Miami.
Great team win. Everybody in that locker room, every coach, every player, I'm excited for the city, this organization, to get this first win at home, with Mr. Irsay going in the Ring of Honor. It was only fitting to get that done today.
The biggest question entering Week 1 for the Colts was with Daniel Jones at quarterback. He earned the job in training camp and quickly looked comfortable behind center in Shane Steichen's offense.
I thought we played well and the team played well. I think I've learned over the years it's a long season, 17-game season, and you got to play at a high level for the whole time. So, good start.
Jones was getting the ball to multiple receivers early. Jonathan Taylor with a couple double-digit gainers as well. Jones' TD pass to Michael Pittman Jr. opened the second quarter, but the Colts up 10-0.
I think the offense, we just found ways, whether it was pass or whether it was run. Felt like our offensive line really just dominated up front, and once they do that, everything else kind of just flows.
Jones completed 22 passes to 7 different receivers. Rookie Tyler Warren led the list with 7 grabs, many of those coming as an early spark for the Indy offense.
I think we did a good job running the ball and rolling runs, having a good mix-up, so running pass, we're doing well, and getting our shots where we took them. So I think starting with the run game is always going to be important.
Just as impressive was the Colts' defense. Coordinator Lou Anarumo had his guys dialed in from the start. Cam Bynum's interception on the Dolphins' opening drive will be remembered just as much for his celebration after.
I didn't know what he had planned, to be honest. I didn't know what he was doing. I was just sitting back trying to enjoy the show. And once he started doing the bouncing thing on the ground, I was like, yeah, that's cold. That's cold.
It was the first of 3 takeaways on the day. Leatu Latu would come up with a pick in the third quarter as the Colts started to seal the game away quickly.
Getting that ball and getting that takeaway, that's everything to some defense. So, it feels, really good to be able to, produce and make a game-changing play.
33-8 when it was all done, and the Colts' Week 1 drought dating back to 2013 was finally over.
Anytime you can start off fast, 1-0, obviously against an AFC opponent, is huge. So it's good. Enjoy it tonight, but our focus got to be on Denver coming up here.
The Colts' 1-0 start will bring them back home next Sunday. Week 2's matchup will see the Denver Broncos coming here to the Circle City. The Fever have won their way into the WNBA playoffs with a dominant win on Sunday against the Mystics. The 94-65 blowout was capped by a 32-point showing in the fourth quarter. The Fever spread the scoring around with 5, getting double figures. Ariel Powers with 15, Shea Petty 13 off the bench, giving Indiana a boost from 2 players who have been late-season additions to the roster. The ability for that group to step up will be key for any success in the postseason.
Just being someone in this locker room, you never doubt yourself and what you're capable of, no matter what happens. I think the entire staff, up to the head, just made great decisions when people went down on who to bring in, the type of people to bring in, and that was really our mindset. We never doubted ourselves. We never doubted that we could be in the playoffs. Even if things looked like it got harder, for us it was about sticking together, and I think through everything you're able to see that, us play with joy, us play together regardless of who's on that floor.
The Fever close out the regular season at home on Tuesday against Minnesota. The Lynx had the league's best record and could also be the Fever's first-round opponent for the playoffs, but the bracket is not set just yet. The playoffs begin next Sunday. Brad Brown, WRTV Sports.
Time for sports. I'm Chris Woodlick. The Colts and their fans approach this new season with trepidation. Another new starting quarterback looking to resurrect his career, an opening day winless skid that dates back to 2013, and a franchise and ownership transition. You know what? Miami never knew it hit him. Peyton Manning and the Ring of Honor Colts on hand on Jim Irsay's special day. Great to see him. Maybe some of that Manning magic rubbed off on Daniel Jones. He was excellent. Opening drive, drops one into rookie Tyler Warren, who got 7 balls for 71 yards. Colts up 3-0. And the newly aggressive Colt defense, impressive. Tua's poor pass, picked off by newcomer Cam Bynum. He had the unique celebrations. Gotta love this one. He called it the worm. That sets up a Jones to Michael Pittman scoring pass covering 27 yards, 10-0. Jones successful going downfield. There were doubts. More problems for Tua. Kenny Moore with a strip sack. Look at him come off the edge. Newcomer Xavier Howard, former longtime Dolphin, there for the recovery. 3 sacks for the Colts on the afternoon. The Colts would end the half with a DJ TD plunge, and it's 20-0 at the break. Couldn't get much better than that. But it did. Third quarter, Dolphins driving. It's Latu coming up with his first NFL interception. The Colts had 3 takeaways, scoring 17 points off of them. Indianapolis in complete control, and Shane Steichen knew it. A perfect 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions. The Colts grind out a 9-minute drive, ending with yet another Jones touchdown plunge from a yard out. New owner Carly Irsay says, "Heck yes, this one's for you, Dad." Danny Dimes dominant, and the Colts put to rest what was a ridiculous 11-game season opening winless skid, cruising to a 33-8 destruction of Dolphin, outgaining Miami 418 to 211. The Colts scoring on every possession. That's the first time an NFL team has done that since 1978. That's about as good as it can get to kick off a new season. And as CBS Sports' Dave Griffiths reports, all smiles for the horseshoe in the locker room.
Points on every offensive drive. No points allowed until late in the fourth quarter. Complimentary football at its finest gives the Colts a season-opening win.
Defense, offense, we played together, and that's the first time we've done it in a long time. So it was really nice to see.
Getting those takeaways by our defense was big, and then like I said, it was just a great team win. The atmosphere in there with the fans was electric. It was just awesome.
Shane Steichen's decision to roll with Daniel Jones at quarterback was the right one this Sunday. 75% completions, 272 yards through the air, 3 total touchdowns. Jones's command of the offense was undeniable.
We've had a lot of confidence based on our preparation and the work we've put in through training camp and kind of where we think we've grown and improved. You always got to go out there and do it.
The Colts defense was able to shut down the Dolphins in some ways that you might not have expected, like the secondary, Nick Cross, Kenny Moore getting sacks, and the defensive lineman, Latu picking a ball off.
We all just want to, give something to the team, and whenever your number is called, you want to, do your best to execute that. And the reps throughout practice, that's what helps us build that confidence throughout the week.
Keeps the offense guessing, keeps them on their toes, and you don't know who's coming, or who's dropping. So that's a difference maker right there.
And for the first time since 2013, the Indianapolis Colts are 1-0.
We came out here and broke a 13-year curse, as people were saying. So it's always great, the team came out and we played for Jim, and like it just felt like really good to get out there and get this win.
Indeed, it may be just one game. Still, nothing but good vibes after week 1. With the Colts, I'm Dave Griffiths.
Bears Charlotte Bay, weeknights at 5, 6, and 10, only on Fox 59. For 2 decades, Indy's woken up with Jim. No hype, just accurate forecast. Jim O'Brien, Weather Authority, only on Fox 59 Morning News. This is Fox 59 Sports Overtime.
Hello and welcome to Sports Overtime here on Fox 59. I'm Chris Hagan. What a celebration at Lucas Oil Stadium this afternoon. Horseshoe legends on hand as the Colts honor the late Jim Irsay and aim to snap an inexplicable winless streak in Week 1 games dating back to 2013. Peyton Manning among those taking part in the ceremony to induct Mr. Irsay into the team's Ring of Honor. First possession, Daniel Jones looking like Peyton Manning, and how about Tyler Warren looking like Dallas Clark, who was also at the game. 21 yards to the rook. Warren 3 catches, 43 yards. The Colts get a field goal for the early lead, and then the defense was wreaking some havoc. Cam Bynum picks off Tua the first time the Dolphins have the ball, and check out his celebration. Colts cash in right away. Jones, beautiful pass to Michael Pittman Jr., 27 yards, and it's 10-zip. Next Miami possession, another turnover. Kenny Moore crushes Tua, ball is loose, and former Dolphin Xavier Howard recovers. What about Tyreek Hill? Well, not happy, to say the least. More Colts points. Jones plows into the end zone from a yard out. Colts add another field goal before the break and lead it 20-0 at the half. In the second, how about some more defense? Leatu Latu in the press box. I said, how did he catch that? First career interception off of Tua leads to another field goal. Colts drain 9 minutes of clock on their final touchdown drive. DJ Giddens picks up the first down on 4th and 2. Colts 3 for 3 on 4th downs, and then it's Jones again capping off the drive with a 1-yard plunge. Carly Irsay-Gordon gives the signal for the referees. Yes, that is indeed a touchdown and a huge win for Jones and the Colts. How about this? They score on all 7 possessions. Hasn't been done this century. 33-8 the final from Lucas Oil Stadium, and our Dave Griffiths was there.
Points on every offensive drive. No points allowed until late in the fourth quarter. Complimentary football at its finest gives the Colts a season-opening win.
Defense, offense, we played together, and that's the first time we've done it in a long time. So it was really nice to see.
Getting those takeaways by our defense was big, and then like I said, it was just a great team win. The atmosphere in there with the fans was electric. It was just awesome.
Shane Steichen's decision to roll with Daniel Jones at quarterback was the right one this Sunday. 75% completions, 272 yards through the air, 3 total touchdowns. Jones's command of the offense was undeniable.
We've had a lot of confidence based on our preparation and the work we've put in through training camp, and kind of where we think we've grown and improved. You always got to go out there and do it.
The Colts defense was able to shut down the Dolphins in some ways that you might not have expected, like the secondary, Nick Cross, Kenny Moore getting sacks, and the defensive lineman, Leatu Latu, picking a ball off.
We all just want to, give something to the team, and whenever your number is called, you want to, do your best to execute that. And the reps throughout practice, that's what helps us build that confidence throughout the week.
Keeps the offense guessing, keeps them on their toes, and you don't know who's coming, or who's dropping. So that's a difference maker right there.
And for the first time since 2013, the Indianapolis Colts are 1-0.
We came out here and broke a 13-year curse, as people were saying. So it's always great, the team came out and we played for Jim, and it just felt like really good to get out there and get this win.
Indeed, it may be just one game. Still, nothing but good vibes after week 1. With the Colts, I'm Dave Griffiths.